Hi, I'm Pam Schmidt, Chemical Minimalist. I like to help families reduce toxins so they can have a happy, joyful, and healthy life. So today I'm working on an ongoing series of questions about reducing toxins in the home. This question today is, how can I possibly reduce toxins? Well, I can hear all your questions. First, there's no way to get rid of germs and bacteria without bleach and commercial antibacterial products. Now you tell me those products are toxic? I'd rather live with toxics than germs. Well, I have to tell you that the whole pandemic of 2020 and 2021 really brought us to the pinnacle of irony. Most of the recommendations we heard frequently involved covering every surface with bleach and antibacterials. We were advised to apply hand sanitizer multiple times per day. And it was at this point, most of us started to think all germs were bad, all bacteria was bad. We had to kill all the germs and bacteria to be healthy. And the only way to get rid of those germs and bacteria was to use bleach and antibacterial commercial products. It wasn't always this way. The chemical onslaught has increased tremendously in recent decades. How did our ancestors handle these germy threats? When we look back in history, our ancestors faced a lot of scary things, including bubonic plague, smallpox, typhoid fever, Black Death, yellow fever, and polio. Now, granted, people did die from those things, and they were considerably more ominous than COVID-19. And yet, most people were able to do this without using toxic chemicals. They used non-toxic steps to help reduce the germs and the bacteria and the environmental threats. So let's look at some of those historic healthy approaches. In historic times, people used a few basic natural tools to help fight germs. They didn't have that drugstore where they could go pick up a commercial bottle of some, germ killer, but instead they used natural remedies. And some of these are the basic tools that they used: vinegar, baking soda, lemon, salt, borax. It was available starting 1870, and baking soda available since 1860. Our ancestors also used herbs to help with all of the controlling of germs and bacteria. They used mint, lavender, eucalyptus, tea tree, cloves, oregano, bay leaf, and rosemary. As commercial products mixed with synthetic ingredients were used, the old simple remedies faded in popularity. So why did this happen? We'll talk about that in an upcoming lesson. The question is, how can I possibly reduce toxins in my home? Well, let's look at bleach. We think of bleach as the ultimate germ killer, right? Bleach is something that was discovered by a chemist named Scheele. He started in 1774, and his work was completed in 1799. And bleach became more of a staple in homes for cleaning laundry and whitening clothes. People would add it to their hand laundering processes. Did people try to whiten and brighten their clothes before then? Before 1799? Yes. The ancient Egyptians, hung their clothes in sunlight to lighten and brighten. Later, people used potash and lye as a soak to whiten their clothes. Sometimes that routine meant the clothes would soak for several days or weeks to whiten them. And did people have ways of disinfecting their homes without using bleach? Yes. It was effectively done using plants, leaves, roots, and stems of plants. And these ingredients could be used in their original form to clean in the home, or they could be boiled and crafted into liquid tinctures and used in various ways. Another very effective disinfecting technique that was done in the homes was to boil water. You know, when you see those old movies and some lady goes into labor and they say, quick, boil some water. It was used as a disinfectant, and it could disinfect tools, clothing. Boiling water could also be boiled and then cooled a bit and then applied to infected skin. So boiled water has been an effective disinfectant. Steamed water can do much of the same for disinfecting. How can I possibly reduce toxins in my home? Well, consider this. Our home is the one place we can control those environmental threats. So, it's easy that pinnacle of irony is that we think, oh, we got to bring all the toxins in our home to kill the germs. When you do that, you're really negatively impacting the body's health for you and your loved ones. There are other ways. Vinegar was used long ago as an effective disinfectant for surfaces. Lemon juice could be used the same way for surfaces and disinfection. Thyme sprigs, thyme essential oil also takes care of that for disinfecting. Sunshine not only whitens clothing, but sunshine is a very effective disinfectant. So this is something that was used a lot in ancient times. People just had to make sure they had no dirty air and dust floating around, or else the sunshine would be, kind of a side thing. You'd have to wash the clothes all over again. How can I possibly reduce toxins for my body? Well, I know it's really important to you that you be able to have antibacterial support, antifungal approaches, and antiviral remedies. In historic times, people supported their bodies with those plant-based treatments. Plant bark, roots, stems, and leaves were used for toxins in the body. Frankincense and myrrh were also used, can still be used. They're plant-based resins. So, they've been valued historically for their healing properties. Resins come from the internal part, the liquid in the plant, and those liquids solidify into little crystals, and then those can be used for healing properties. Frankincense and myrrh can help with physical healing, emotional support, digestive repairs, regulation of periods, decongestant help, and dental health. There's a lot of tools that I've just listed, and their effectiveness has not gone away over time. People just have forgotten about them and gone for what they've seen in ads. How can I possibly reduce toxins in my spirit? Again, I often talk about home, body, and spirit. And reducing toxins in all of those is very important. Reducing toxins in your spirit means you're getting detoxified, right? Well, detoxifying your spirit is the core of chemical minimalism. When you've detoxified your spirit, you are able to think more clearly about how to address life, including how to clean effectively in your home without poisoning everybody. A toxin-free spirit means we are finding natural ways to approach our emotions without antidepressants, sleeping pills, anxiety medications, recreational drugs, nicotine, caffeine, alcohol, and sugar. When you have a toxin-free spirit, you are awake and aware to observe the present. You can notice this present moment, the present surroundings, our present emotions. This state of being awake and aware is called mindfulness. It's a time when you show no judgment upon yourself. It's just a time to focus upon the present moment, the present surroundings, and the present emotions. Mindful meditation doesn't mean you have to turn into a, where's the camera? Into a woo person, woo woo weirdo. You don't have to do that. Mindful meditation can be quite comfortable. It's something you can do while you walk, while you drive, while you sit in a meeting, when you're going to sleep, when you're waking up. And it's very simple. So I'm just going to name for you two types of mindful meditation that I enjoy. One of them is called mindful breathing. You're going to breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly. You're paying attention to the breath, and you do that 2 more times. And you're just keeping your attention upon your breath. If your attention fades away to something that you need to do, take a deep breath and just focus upon that feeling, either in your lungs or in your belly filling or on your nostrils. And just take a moment like that, and it's going to slow your heart rate and lower your blood pressure and just kind of allow you to think a little more clearly. Another mindful meditation technique is the body scan, and all you're doing is starting at the bottom and working your way up. You're going, how do my toes feel? And you just take a moment. Ankles, legs, body, neck, head, arms, fingers. And that whole time, all you're thinking about is the body part that you've named. And it's just an observing. That's all you're doing. So again, mindful meditation is a great way to detoxify your spirit. I hope you can see that it's possible to reduce the toxins in your everyday life. It's especially important to reduce toxins in your spirit. It allows more mindful living, and then you can think about what else needs detoxifying. I need to point out to you, you don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to detoxify the whole house and your spirit and everything else at once. It cannot be an overwhelming experience. It needs to be in slow incremental steps that you are comfortable with. Do it without judgment or fear. When we are noticing and awake and aware of toxins in our home and our spirit, we can easily take steps to reduce them. This sets us on a healthy path for joyful lives. Thank you for joining today. I want to ask you to subscribe. I've got channels on YouTube, on Rumble. There's links below if you're able to get them where you can find those things. Find me on Telegram. My website is chemicalminimalist.com, and you can email me at pam@chemicalminimalist.com. I'd love to hear from you. You can grab a one-on-one consultation with me, and we can talk about where would be your first steps to reducing chemicals in your life. Please do that. It's been great talking to you. Bye.